It's old age, is it? So how
Yes.
old are you?
I'm 77.
77. All right, and what's your name?
Joan.
Joan. Right, Joan. What do we need to fix, Joan?
Well, my head sometimes goes.
Right. Okay, so memory's not as good as it was?
No, memory's going as well.
Yeah, all right. And a little bit of a shake, a little bit of a tremble,
Yeah.
haven't you?
Yeah.
So what have doctors said is wrong, Joan?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Really, no.
All right, okay. All
Well,
right.
they say do this, do that, and that.
Yeah. So you're not on any kind of medications or anything like that?
Oh yeah, I've got lots of medication.
All right, okay. Yeah.
Because I had a heart attack as
All right, okay.
a long time ago.
Right. Okay, let's see what we can do for you.
Mhm.
Cool. Oh my goodness me, you don't mean to say I'm actually going to do a healing where I just lay on hands. So, Dr. Augusto de Almeida. Now the most powerful healings are the ones where the healer and the surgeon working through them absolutely still, in that place of absolute peacefulness, they can sense what's wrong in your energetic body. I'm going to sneeze. And so this might not be the most active of the healings, but it can still be the most powerful. When the surgeons work through me, they never attempt to fix. Trying to fix something would be of the ego. It would be thinking you knew what needed fixing in the person. Instead, what happens is these higher beings are very, very present. So I'm going to take you guys now on a journey of increasing your presence. I want you to notice the connection that your feet are making with the earth. The soles of your feet is called soul because that's where your soul interfaces with the earth, Mother Earth. Your bodies are made of the minerals of the earth. Those minerals either go into the fruit and veggies or they go into the animals and you eat the animals. So either way, your body is made of the minerals of the earth. So just take a moment to give thanks to the earth. Without the earth, we could not incarnate in these physical forms. Then let your awareness come up into your hands. Notice the position of your hands. And as you bring your awareness into your hands, particularly into your fingertips, don't be surprised if you start to sense a tingling in your fingertips. You're sensing the aliveness of your own body, sensing your fingers from within. Let your awareness then come into your head, your neck, your shoulders. Let your shoulders relax. We've been conditioned through this lifetime to think about past and future. But the only thing that really exists is this moment. This moment, sitting here in this room, your brain making sense of the sounds that are coming out of the hole in the front of my face. Here in this moment, you can start awakening to the truth of who you truly are. What we think of as the past is a previous now that we recall or not in this moment. If you don't recall the past, can it affect you? Sometimes something happens in this moment that reminds you of the past. And if your past experience was good, you'll feel confident in this moment. But if your past experience was not so good, it may diminish your ability to respond in this moment. You are not the story of the past. That's just some stuff that's happened to you. You tend to remember those things that were more emotionally charged. Like you might remember the first day at school, but not the second day at school. You might remember the first day in a new house, or your first date, but not the second date. So you tend to hold on to those experiences in life that have a strong emotional charge. And you tend to hold on to the negative things rather than the positive, because they are more emotionally charged. And so as you sit here in this moment, your body, your physical body, still carries the residue of things that have happened to you in the past. Now, if in this moment you can decide to let go of the past, if you can realize that the past doesn't make you who you are, that's just some stuff you've experienced. It doesn't make you who you are. It's just some stuff you've experienced. Now, the other programming that exists is you've been conditioned right from being young. You were being asked, what are you going to be when you grow up? My daughter was 6 when she came home from school and said, Miss Scott asked me a really strange question today, Mummy. I said, what was that, honey? She said, she asked me what I wanted to be when I grew up. I said, and what did you say, honey? She said, I just want to be me. Isn't it a strange question to ask a child, what are you going to be when you grow up? You're still going to be you. What she was talking about was what profession. Why would you ask a 6-year-old that? How could a 6-year-old know? But it implies to the 6-year-old. It implies to the 6-year-old that they're not enough now. And so we start thinking about, what is it we're going to be? What is it we're going to do? You are you. Your purpose is to be you, to bring through you all your aspects, all your different parts. Your job is to bring through more of who you truly are. The problem you have is that in physical life, most of the jobs don't fit who you are. You're like square pegs in round holes, or round pegs in square holes. The jobs don't fit us anymore. They're not as fulfilling as they used to be. We used to have master craftsmen that took a real pride in their work, but now there's not so much. The furniture can be discarded. Clothes can be discarded. There's not the craftsmanship. There's not the same opportunity to people to really put everything into their work. So you've been conditioned to derive your sense of self from the stories of the past. And you've also been conditioned to perpetually project yourself into the future. But the only bit that's real is this moment. And when you awaken to that, you start awakening to the truth of who you truly are. Once you realize that you're a spiritual being having a physical experience, you will realize that the real you can neither be added to nor diminished. It truly doesn't matter what happens to you here, guys. You cannot be added to nor diminished. But if you create a story for yourself based on the stories of the past, and those stories that you tell yourself are not absolutely true, they're based on your insights as a 3-year-old, a 4-year-old, a 5-year-old, an 11-year-old, a 21-year-old. It's only one person's version of events. It's not the absolute truth. So you can safely let go now of all the past, because it's not who you are. Embrace this moment. Keep keeping yourself in this moment, and you will awaken to the truth of who you are. And you'll start to realize what you knew when you were a kid. You can feel how others feel. You can feel how the earth feels. You can feel how the animals and the trees feel. You can affect others. Through your thoughts and through your feelings, you can affect others. And humanity's about to go through a giant leap. Not a small step, it's a giant leap. And we're going to start knowing ourselves as connected with each other. We're going to start treating each other differently, because we realize that how we treat others reflects back on us. So you're not the story of the past, and you're not your mind projected future, which may or may not happen. The only bit that's real is this moment. All you've got to do is keep your awareness here and now, and keep being you. Keep being the most authentic version of you can in each moment, and your lives will unfold beautifully. when you're trying to twist yourself into a pretzel to be the person you think your parents want you to be, your partner wants you to be, your friends want you to be, you'll not be happy. You'll just take yourself away from your own centre. All you've got to do is be here now and be you. And you'll start then pulling to you people that are their authentic selves, that love you as you are. Now, Joan, how are you feeling?
All right, thank you.
Cool. Awesome. Cool.
It's all been purple.
It's all been purple light.
Yeah.
Nice. Awesome. Give her a round of applause.